Good morning, everybody. I'm just going to give you a couple minutes to all get on here. I'm so excited to be able to do this with you guys this week. And I'm looking forward to all of the things that are going to come out of this. And I'm looking forward to all of you participating. And I'm going to start with kind of what we're going to do this week. So there'll be 5 days, every day at 10 a.m. I'll come on live, but there will be a replay. So if you're watching the replay, please type in the comments, #replay. So we're going to be talking about our vision, our strategy, our mindset, skill set, and energy. So, sorry, I got all these notifications coming here. I got to pause them. Okay, so today we're going to be talking about our desired outcome or our goals or our vision. And first, I'm going to tell you a little bit about my story. I have struggled with weight all of my life, but more so after I had my first child in my 20s. So it's been about 30 years that I've struggled with my weight. Stressful lifestyle and poor eating and emotional eating caused me to gradually over the years gain weight until I got to my highest at 330 pounds, and that was 3 years ago. So I've been on a journey myself, and you can read more about my journey on my blog, but as of today I have lost 66 pounds. And the difference in the way I feel is like night and day. I can't even begin to tell you how much different I feel. So today we're going to talk about your desired outcome and your vision. Because one of the ways to overcome having that diet mentality is to have a really clear goal and a really clear vision of what you want. And then that way, when you're tempted to fall off track, you can go back and you can look at that vision. And that's what's going to keep you motivated and keep you focused. And rather than, hi Tammy, rather than be saying, oh, I can't eat this, I'm on a diet. Instead, you're going to say, I don't want to eat this because it doesn't help me with the goal that I'm trying to reach. So today we're going to talk about how to figure out your desired outcome, and the vision that you have for yourself. So there's a few ways to do it. First off, you want to know the outcome that you want. And if you don't know what that is, then think of what you don't want and then rephrase it. So instead of saying, I don't want this, this, and this, rephrase it into a positive vision. And it has to be a goal that you can set on your own, not something that's going to require somebody else to be helping you with. So you have to state your goal in the positive, and then it has to be a goal that you can do on your own and something that is achievable in the time frame that you choose. So let's say we're going to talk about what is your goal over the next month. Well, saying my goal over the next month is to lose 50 pounds just really is not something achievable. Yes, some people do it and they go to extreme measures, but we're not talking about extreme measures. We're talking about being able to lose the weight that we want to do without feeling deprived, without feeling restricted and that we're missing out. And then your goal also needs to be something that you're able to envision so that you're able to picture it. And we're going to talk a little bit more about that. And then the goal also needs to be large enough that it's going to be worthwhile, but small enough that you feel like you can attain it. So like I said, extreme would be 50 pounds in a month, but you could say, I want to lose 5 pounds in a month or 8 pounds in a month, which would be 2 pounds a week. That still would feel like an accomplishment because 10 pounds is a dress size. So that would be something you would still feel good about, but it's attainable. So let's go back to setting the goals. And if you don't know what you want, then let's look at what the opposite of that is. So let's look at the problem. The weight and the lack of energy that you have right now, how is that affecting your life? What is the, and these are the things that I want you to journal about today. So maybe it would be a good idea as we're talking to write down the journal prompts. And then when we're done, then you can write more about it. And honestly, writing it down seems to make such a big difference rather than just thinking about it. So you think about it and it's just kind of fleeting. But when you actually write it down, it solidifies it in such a different way, and it really makes you think. So what is stopping you or slowing you down from having your desired outcome right now? What's getting in your way? What's keeping you stuck? And what is your biggest challenge with that? And then I want you to journal about how it has impacted your daily life. So how has it impacted in your work? For me, I got to the point where I was unable to work. So how is it affecting you at work? Do you have brain fog? Do you feel tired all the time? Do you have lack of energy? Are you unable to focus on a particular task? Do you find yourself jumping from one task to another because you can't keep your focus? How is it affecting your relationships? Are you bringing your best self to your relationships? Or do you find that you're argumentative or irritated or even sad or depressed and just not able to enjoy life completely? And how is it affecting your finances? So I know for me, it was really affecting our finances because I was so tired, and it goes round and round and round this circle. So I was so tired that I didn't want to cook. And so then I would buy takeout. Or when I would cook, then I wouldn't do the dishes after because I was tired. And so then the kitchen would be cluttered, and then I wouldn't want to cook because the kitchen was a mess. And so then I would go order takeout again. And so the cycle just went round and round and round. Hi, Tanya. And so look at how it is impacting all the different areas of your life. Now we know what we don't want. So now let's look at what we do want. So let's do the opposite of what we were just talking about. So if you're tired all the time, what you do want is to have energy and not be tired. If you're eating takeout all the time, then your goal might be, I want to cook at home more often. But if your kitchen is a mess, then one of your goals might be, I'm going to do the dishes every day. I'm going to make sure that my kitchen is clean when I get up in the morning, or make sure my kitchen is clean before dinner time. Let's make achievable goals that we can do. And if your goal is to lose weight and to gain energy, then let's make it a short-term goal. And you could even do a 1-month goal. You could do a 3-month goal, and then a 6-month goal, and then a 1-year goal. So it doesn't have to be just a short-term goal. Let's really deep dive and dream about what our lives can be like without that added weight, without the lack of energy, without the clutter in our house. So this is where we're really going to focus on today, is really working on that dream. So let's look at a year from now and say, a year from now, I did nothing more than what I'm doing today, and I'm still in the same place, or I'm worse. So how's that going to feel? How is that going to look if nothing changes after today? And now let's look at the positive side of it. What is it going to look like a year from now if you make the changes that you want to make? How many times have you said, okay, I'm going to start my diet tomorrow, and this is it. I'm going to get the weight off once and for all. And then your memories come up a year later, and you see that you posted about making changes, and you're like, darn, I didn't even do anything for that change. And so today, we want to set a goal for what happens if we actually get there. A year from now, when you go back and you look on your posts from today and you have started making your changes, what is that going to look like 1 year from now? How are you going to feel? What is your body going to look like? What are your emotions going to be like? How is that going to affect the relationship that you have with your spouse, your partner, your kids, grandkids, other people in your life? If you reach the goals that you want to reach, hi Keely, how is that going to feel a year from now? How is it going to affect your relationships, your finances? Okay, so if I'm eating takeout all the time because I'm too tired to prepare meals, or, let's face it, a lot of times we say we're tired and we're not really tired, we just don't want to do it. So look at how much money that you're spending each week on takeout. How much are you spending on coffee or picking up just something small here and there? How much are you spending on junk food? Because you're not eating healthy through the day, so you feel like eating junk food at night. So let's take a look at the expense of all of that, and not just think about it, but this is something that I want you to actually sit down and write about. Like, even take a look at your bank statement for the last month and calculate how much you spent on takeout or going to the corner store to grab something. And then let's look at how that is affecting our finances and how it's going to affect our finances a year from now if we stop doing that. And how many of you buy vegetables and then they go bad in the fridge? And so at the end of the week, or at the end of 2 weeks or 3 weeks, you throw them out because you had good intentions, but you didn't follow through. Or how about you do a whole bunch of meal prep, you have all the food ready to go, and then you, for whatever reason, you don't eat it. Or let's say you buy let's say chicken's on sale and you buy a big package. Now you cook it all up with good intentions, but then you don't do anything else with it the rest of the week, and you end up throwing out those leftovers. So there's another area where you're wasting money. And so we want to really, really deep dive into how much it is costing us to not reach our goal. And then let's look at our emotions and how we feel throughout the day. So if you're not eating enough, then you're going to feel irritated. Your blood sugar levels are going to be out of control. You're not going to feel good. People are going to get on your nerves. And even if you're eating throughout the day, but you're making poor choices and grabbing for junk food, then that's going to affect the way your sugar levels are. It's going to affect your emotions, and it's going to affect how you relate to other people. I have a client who wasn't eating well all through the day while she was at work. And once she started prepping and taking food to work with her that she could just snack on through the day, but she made sure it was healthy choices, all of a sudden she realized that the people at work weren't bothering her as much as they were before. So that makes a big difference. And even think about your kids. How often, especially around mealtime, are you short-tempered with your kids? Is it possible that it's because you're not eating healthy, because you are making poor choices throughout the day? So a year from now, if you start making healthy choices, how is that going to affect your relationships with your spouse, your significant other, your kids, and even the people that you work with? And look at what is important about getting to that goal that you want to get to a year from now. Why is that important? Does it really matter that you lose the 50 pounds? And if it doesn't really matter, then why are you trying so hard? But if it really matters to lose that 50, 20, whatever the number is, if it's really important to you to lose that weight, then let's look at how is that going to feel a year from now? Why is it important? Why do I want to get to that point? And what's going to unfold in your social life? For me, 66 pounds ago, I wasn't able to do much more than sit at home, go to the car, go into a building, and that was it. Even when I went to church, I sat down through most of the service because I was in so much pain. When I was at home, I watched TV or I played games on my phone, and I napped in the afternoon, and I wasn't getting anything done around the house because I was in so much pain and I was so tired and I was so heavy. So I'm still not at my goal, but 66 pounds later, I'm feeling so much better. I'm able to stand longer. I'm able to do some walking. I'm not napping every day. I'm not tired. I don't wake up in the morning feeling like I've been run over like a truck, but not like a truck, but by a truck. I don't find I'm as irritated by people. And honestly, if people are irritating you, really take a step back and think, is it the people or is it me? Is it something that's going on in me that the people are irritating me? What else has changed? I made a post on it yesterday or Saturday, one of the days. So you're welcome to go back and take a look at the post that I made. But there's just been so many changes. I have more energy. I'm cooking at home more. We rarely buy takeout. Like, I don't know, it's been weeks since we even bought a pizza. So many things have changed, and this has been in a year. And I'm so glad that just a little less than a year ago, I decided it was time to make a change in my life and that I wanted to become a health coach. And so what are you going to be able to do a year from now if you attain your goals? What are you going to be able to do a year from now that you can't do right now? This is the key thing. What can you do a year from now if you reach your goals that you can't do right now? And how important is that to you? And what would be the best part of that? So today, your homework is to journal your vision using the prompts, a number of the prompts that I've given you from the video today. And then I want you to comment in the group the best part of reaching your goal. So look ahead to a year from now, assume that you've reached your goal, and what would be the best part of that? That's what your homework is for today. Remember, for those who participate every day, and so I call this the call to action. Those who participate in the call to action every day will be entitled to one free coaching session. And then at the end of the week, I will do another draw for 2 more coaching sessions after that. And if it's not too late, I think tomorrow will probably be the cutoff though. If you want to invite people to the group, feel free to do that. For every person that you invite that joins, then you will have your name put in again for the draw for 2 free coaching sessions. So I'm going to write the call to action in the description so that you can remember. But again, comment in the group the best part of reaching your goal as though it were 1 year from now. Okay? So tomorrow we are going to talk about strategy. I look forward to talking to you. If you have any questions, please don't be afraid to comment in the group, comment on the post, or send me a text message. All right, we'll talk to you later. Bye.